service challenges. Currently, we have 7 videos. Video number 1 is how to replace a standard magnet that comes out of the track. Video number 2 is how to replace a high leg magnet. This magnet type will be discontinued in the future, but we do have these in the field. Topic number 3, how to repair or replace a stop that is incorrectly installed. Topic number 4, how to replace a bent track. Topic number 5, how to clean the wheels of an outside operator for smooth operation. Topic number 6, adverse effects of glass deflection on a blind between the glass. Topic number 7, damage to a capillary tube while glazing the IG. We hope these videos are helpful in support of you and your customers.
Hello. Let me be the first to congratulate you on the purchase of your new blinds between the glass. We are confident you have purchased the best blind system on the planet. Why do we say that? Well, the first reason is we're the only company that's actually manufacturing complete custom blinds between the glass right here in the United States in our factory in Twinsburg, Ohio. The second reason is because we are confident in the rigorous testing we put every blind through. Our blind survives over 290,000 individual cycles versus our competition that runs around 7,000. Another reason we're confident in the blinds you have purchased is because of our patented design. Most blinds utilize cords which run around and down to raise and lower your blind, which creates several points of wear. Our blind system uses a belt-driven system, which is much like a timing belt to a gear where the cords simply come up and then rotate around a tube, laying it just like thread on a bobbin. There's less wear, which gives us that long life. Another reason we're confident in the blinds that you've purchased is because of the failure we have seen in our industry for years. That is a blind that gets stuck like this. If this happens on a blind in your home hanging inside, this is not a problem to fix. But when it's between glass, there's really nothing you can do because it just won't come back. With the blinds you purchased, it has its very own self-leveling feature. So if someone slams the door, all you have to do, run the blind completely up, completely down, and it will come back. We can do this repeatedly, and thanks to our patent-pending self-leveling feature, your blind can be corrected without need for replacement. Now let's go to a home that's in a current install to demonstrate the care and maintenance of your new blind between the glass. Okay, so here we're in a bathroom, actually standing in a bathtub to show blinds between the glass and a picture window over a bathtub. What this allows us to do is have an awning window that you can crank out and yet still operate the blinds between the glass, providing you thus a view outside when you want and privacy when you don't. So in this application, we have a bow window where we can demonstrate several things that are special about your blinds between the glass. One of the things that's become very important, especially in North America, is safety. There are no cords with your lift and tilt blind between the glass, so you can operate it very easily and it's safe for kids. The other thing that we want to talk about right here is privacy. Now, while we call these blinds between the glass, the definition is actually a sun shading device, as are really all Venetian blinds. And what we can see here is we have the blind tilted in 2 different directions to show what it looks like when you're on the inside and the blind is tilted down and away towards the out of the house, and then this way where the blind is tilted back in. So when you look out your windows, as with all Venetian blinds, you'll be able to see. You have a lot of privacy, and then as you look down, you can see, because you're looking parallel to the slats, you can see the ground. But this is what people from the outside of the house can see. So you have a nice level of privacy afforded from the outside while still allowing light to move on the inside. The last thing that we want to point out with this application here is sometimes albeit rare, you might pop the magnet off. So how do you fix it? The way you fix it is you take this edge and you're going to insert it into the track. You're going to come in at about a 45 and put it in. Holding it flat to the glass, we're going to slide it down and listen for 2 clicks. There was the first one. There's the second one. Now all 4 magnets are engaged and the blind works smoothly. So here we have the most traditional application of a blind between the glass, which is a patio door. What we point out here is simply the operating or the lifting force required. What we saw earlier, it was very easy to lift. That only weighed just a couple of pounds, the total blind. In this case, we're talking several pounds. So to lift it, it takes a little more effort. Still provides the same level of safety and privacy, just with a little more effort. Okay, so what we have here is 2 double hung windows side by side, and it allows us to show a few things. The first is, this is the first blind between the glass ever placed inside of a double hung window, so we're very excited about that. It also allows us to show that when the blind is at eye level, because of the self-leveling feature of the blind, you will see a little bit of light coming through. The last thing we want to demonstrate is how to clean your windows with a blind between the glass. The first thing you do is remember to raise your blind fully. Once you've done that, you can then unlatch, tilt the window in, clean the glass, return it, and your blind will function properly.
Okay, so in this video, we want to demonstrate how to repair a damaged track. So in this case, this track is actually, it's come loose and it's twisted and it needs to be replaced. So first thing, of course, we want to do is we want to take off the old track. And this one was pretty loose, so it came off very easily. You'll end up having some residual glue on the IG itself, and for that you're going to want some window cleaner and a razor to clean that off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So we'll spray the cleaner on there. We'll run the razor up the IG, getting rid of all the loose debris that was on there. And then we can just wipe that off, making sure that the unit is good and dry. So you'll want the unit absolutely dry and clean before you put that new track on there. So with the new track, we need to give you a position for it, and the way we locate that track is the outside edge is 9/16 of an inch away from the edge of the glass. So I've got a Sharpie, and I'm going to put a couple marks on there for position. So I'm going to give it 9/16 up here, 9/16 at the bottom, and that gives me 2 points to work off of to replace the track. So now with your piece of replacement track that's cut correctly to size, what you'll want to do is peel the protective tape off the back on this 3M product, so that's clear. And then what you'll want to do is the outside edge will locate to those marks that we placed. So you're going to locate the top to the seam between the head rail and the side rail, and you're going to position that right there. Give us a starting point. We're going to locate the bottom point. So now we've got our rail lined up, and we can just run down the rail to fasten it. Make sure that it's got good adhesion on the IG. And now you've repaired the side rail, the operator rail. And for the next step, you'll need to replace the stops, and you'll want to refer to the video for stop replacement for that procedure. All right, so in this video, we're going to demonstrate how to repair a faulty stop in a track, and that'll cause the misfunction of your blind. So this is what the stop looks like. It's a little plastic tab shaped like an L, and inside the track there's a channel inside the track that's shaped like an L also. So the stop is inserted into the track and positioned in a correct location to demonstrate or to limit the travel of the operator, and we'll demonstrate how to do that on this unit. So this unit has no stops in it, and we're going to put the stop in the bottom first, and then we'll put the stop in the top. So the easiest way to do this is take your operator with the blind and run it all the way down to where it stops, and the blind is all the way to the top in its home position. And then what you do is you insert the stop right here, and you run the stop up all the way to where it hits the operator and can go no further. Once you get it there, it's in the correct position. And then all you need to do is hold it there, move the operator out of the way. You'll need some super glue. Regular household super glue works. And you'll put a drop of super glue in here, and that'll hold that stop in place, and the bottom stop is successfully positioned, and that part of the unit is now repaired. Now we'll move to the top stop. And at the top, it's a little bit different because you need to allow the operator to travel so he can tilt the blind. So we're going to run the blind all the way down and get the stop in its home position, so the blind itself, the slats are in a neutral position. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the operator and we're going to run it down, and we're going to position it just so it's touching the very top of the operator right here. And then we're going to glue it in place, same way right here. And what that does, it allows the operator to travel up enough to close it and down it far enough to tilt it closed toward the inside or the outside. And once that's done, the track is complete and compared and repaired, and the blind is fully functional again with the stops in the correct position. Okay, in this video we're going to demonstrate how to reattach the magnet operator. However, this one has little ears on the track which are very difficult to re-engage. So what you can do is you can take a pair of household scissors or a pair of wire snippers, and you can just take the track and just the little edge here and snip it off, and that'll break right off. And then you'll want to do the other side, same thing. Just snip that little track off. And that way you'll be able to re-engage it in the track. So once that's done, you can take the magnet, re-engage it in the track, right here. Run it down where you engage the magnet the first time. That's one connection. And then run it all the way down, and you hear the second click. Now the magnet is fully engaged, and the blind is fully operational again. Okay, so today we want to demonstrate how to re-engage the operator magnet that may have come off of your blind. So to explain, there's actually two magnets. I know visually it looks like four, but the way magnets work, there's two magnets here. So when you re-engage the magnet, you're going to have to hear two clicks. I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So first what you want to do is put the operator back in the track, like so, and then you have to search for the magnet, which hopefully is below the operator here, there. That is the first engagement of the first two magnets, and now just continue to run the blind down until you hear a second audible click. Right there. There's the second click. Now the magnet is fully engaged and the blind is fully operational again. And you've done a successful repair. In the spring and in the fall, we can encounter severe weather changes. It's not unheard of to go from a 70-degree day to a 25-degree night. When this happens, a window or glass door is drastically affected by the temperature change. When things rapidly cool, they shrink. In the case of a dual pane window, this shrinkage causes what is called deflection. In its normal equalized state, the space between the two glass panes is 3/4 of an inch. However, when you get deflection, that space can shrink down to as little as 1/2 inch. When this occurs, you have a restricted airspace, creating a pinch point, and the blind is not able to freely travel up and down. If you try to force the blind through the pinch point, most commonly the magnet operator gets disconnected. It is then necessary to reconnect the magnet operator. In an effort to minimize this condition, a capillary tube is installed in every dual pane window with blinds in it. The purpose of the capillary tube is to allow the unit to equalize based on environmental conditions. The capillary tube is very small, and it takes 24 to 48 hours for the window to equalize, especially when there is a rapid temperature change. The best temporary solution is to operate the blind in only the tilt mode until the window equalizes. The good news is, once the window has stabilized and returns to its normal or equalized position, the blind should be able to travel freely up and down and operate as intended. A capillary tube is installed in every Innovia dual pane window with blinds between the glass. The purpose of the capillary tube is to allow the unit to equalize based on environmental conditions. The capillary tube is very small, and it takes 24 to 48 hours for the window to equalize, especially when there is a rapid temperature change. One of the most common failure modes or causes is a kink or block capillary tube. If this condition occurs while glazing the IG, the capillary tube is non-functional and the unit will fail in the field, especially when exposed to varying environmental conditions when installed in the home. Thank you for watching our troubleshooting videos. We hope these help in servicing your customers. As always, we are at your service. Most importantly, thank you for your business.